Hi guys, today we are going to review chapter 96 of the Windbreaker anime. It is titled as Hajime Umemiya's Ambition Arc. The chapter begins with a peaceful morning at the orphanage. All the kids are getting ready to go to school, saying goodbye to Umemiya. Before sending them off, Umemiya gently reminds them to check whether they have brought their handkerchiefs and finished their homework. The kids confidently reply that they have done everything properly. From this small moment alone, we can clearly see how Umemiya has grown. He is no longer just a kid himself. He has become a reliable, caring big brother figure and his maturity really stands out. One of the children then points out that Umemiya looks unusually happy today. Umemiya simply smiles without giving a direct answer. But in his heart, today is special. It is the day he has always been waiting for. At that moment, Shitara appears and tells Umemiya that nothing has really changed. This path was always what Umemiya wanted. Umemiya smiles again and replies that meeting the Furin guy in the past and meeting Shitara himself felt like fate. That's exactly why he is heading to Furin right now. To him, even this decision feels destined. As Umemiya leaves for his very first day, Shitara tells him to stay safe. After Umemiya leaves, we get to see a flashback the day Umemiya went missing. Shitara begins thinking about the Furin guy, the same man who once saved Umemiya when he was a child. We are taken back to that day. Shitara was desperately searching the streets for Umemiya when he suddenly saw someone approaching him, the Furin guy, carrying Umemiya on his back. The man casually calls Shitara Sensei. Worried, Shitara asks what happened to the child. The man replies that Umemiya simply ran into trouble on his own and that he hates seeing little kids getting beaten up. Shitara apologizes and thanks him for helping Umemiya. He asks how the man knew about the orphanage. The Furin guy replies that he didn't know, he just thought he could help. Shitara then explains that he works as an odd jobs contractor and says he is glad Umemiya sees him as an adult he can truly rely on. The Furin guy simply smiles. Shitara notices something and asks how long it's been since the man left the orphanage. The man replies that it's been 8 years, though he was only there for about half an year. As he prepares to leave, Shitara thanks him again and invites him to visit the orphanage sometime. The man replies that he will show up whenever he feels like it. Before leaving, the Furin guy explains why he entered Furin. He wanted to become stronger. He says that strong people cannot just sit still while outsiders run wild on their turf. New gangs are popping up everywhere, and if no one stops them, they will grow rapidly. Times have changed. It's not like Shitara's generation where fighting ended at school gates. Before leaving, he adds one final remark. This kid, Umemiya, has real guts. He tells Shitara to keep his eye on him, just like he once did for him. Returning to the present, Shitara reflects that Umemiya truly was an impressive kid. We then see Umemiya walking through the streets, helping everyone he meets. People thank him, give him snacks, and greet him warmly. Some locals even say that whenever Hajime Umemiya appears, the entire street seems to brighten up. Everyone is smiling until suddenly they hear a disturbance in the distance. Someone said again, and it was another fight in the street. Umemiya immediately runs towards the noise, saying he will handle it. Two non-and gang members are about to fight when Umemiya steps in and politely asks if they could talk. Umemiya took their cap and scarf and ran towards outside. The two of them annoyed by this and followed him as he runs ahead, leading them away from the crowd streets. Once they reach an empty area, Umemiya apologizes for making them come all this way. He explains that he just doesn't want fighting in the town. He hands back the cap and scarf he took earlier, but the men only get angrier. One grabs Umemiya by the collar and threatens him, demanding to know which gang he belongs to. Umemiya calmly replies that he is just a junior high school kid who loves this town and asks them to never fight this street again. The men are confused, then furious. They started to attack him, but in an instant, Umemiya knocks both of them out without breaking a sweat. The rest of the gang panics. What kind of monster strength is this? They all charge at him until a voice suddenly calls out from behind. Everyone turns around. The voice complains that they were supposed to meet at 4:30 p.m. and asks Umemiya what time he thinks it is now. Umemiya casually replies that he doesn't know. And that was the man himself, 15-year-old Tōma Hiragi. He shouts that it's 4:47 p.m. and says he absolutely hates people who cannot be punctual. And with that, the chapter ends. So guys, what do you think about this chapter 96? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So next chapter is already uploaded. You can visit the chapter review in my channel. And thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Bye bye.